This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of T2 Metals, Mr. Mark Saxon. Mark, I've known you for quite a bit now, well over a decade, and I know you are not the type of CEO that gets excited easily. So when I read the recent release, and let me read the headline really quick. It says T2 Metals intersects intense alteration and porphyritic dike in drilling at the Lida copper silver gold project in Nevada. When I read the quote, I said, Mark sounds excited. And so I'm glad to have you on because I want you to explain and correct me if I'm wrong if you're not excited, but it sounds like you're really liking what you saw in this initial drilling, the initial 2 holes. And obviously we're waiting to get the numbers on it, but at least rock-wise, it sounds like you're happy with what you got.
Hey, Gerardo, and thank you very much for the chance to talk it through. And you're making me sound very old by saying we've known each other for 10 years. So very pleased to share the results of Lida here. And I guess, yeah, really the fun part of exploration and geology and mining, one of the very best parts is putting in those first holes into new projects where you've really literally never seen the rocks before. And Lida is one of those projects which we generated it as a first concept idea. We did some field work, we did some geophysics, and then we started drilling. And so we're now seeing the fruits of those labors, I suppose. So yeah, absolutely. There's always unexpected things, and so this is one of those holes where we drilled and we said, like, what's that? Which we can touch on a little bit further in, but we're seeing a porphyritic dike, or a porphyry dike was near the top of the hole. Went through some sediments that have got the vein style and the alteration style, which looks like a distal signature to a porphyry, and then drilled into this, let's call it a funny white rock at the bottom, which was a little bit unexpected and has formed a target in itself. So it's the way drilling works. You see lots of new and exciting things.
Tell me a bit about what the target was. And again, we're waiting on results, right? We're waiting on actual numbers, but what the target was and how you're perceiving it now. And I should say now it's targets, right?
Yeah, and it's a big project, and so we've got multi-kilometers of anomalies in this area, and it's a project that's never been drilled before. And I guess we saw the project sits on a regional trend that's called the Walker Lane in Nevada, sort of close to the California border, and that's well known for world-class copper deposits. It's known for world-class gold and for silver deposits as well, sort of in that kind of area. So Beatty, where we base ourselves out of, is a real hub for exploration and mining, as is Goldfield, which is the next little town to the north. So it's a really well-known district, and we saw this area where it had a lot of copper mineralization at surface, sitting in a sandstone. And we thought, yeah, that's funny. It's not a normal host for copper. What can we sort of think about in terms of a target style that could underlie that and be, I guess, the ore body that underlies the smoke at the top? So our model that we preferred on that target was a porphyry, and so where a porphyry is essentially like a ball-shaped or a balloon-shaped intrusion that pushes up through the rock, and that carries all the copper. And then when it cools and fractures, then the copper releases into the wall rock and into the sandstone around it. And so what we've been seeing in the rocks is what we think is the effect of a porphyry intruding, and then fracturing and altering the rocks around it as it comes in, because you've got a really hot rock coming into sort of cold rocks. And you can kind of see that in the signature in the rocks when you look at the drill core and you look at the rocks around it, and so yeah, that's what I think we've been seeing in the rocks here in both drill holes.
Excellent. What comes next?
Yeah, so we drilled 2 holes. We had prepared pads for a few more, but I think on the basis of what we had seen, and in particular the rock that we intersected in the bottom of the first hole sort of told us that there's more things that we don't know than we do know, which is always a good thing. And so we decided to hold the program at 2, and then we'll come back with some new thinking and probably some new geophysics to take us into a slightly new location from where we were drilling. But it's a big project with lots going on, and so we've got lots of opportunity there. And so drilling again, sometime during sort of the middle part of the year, I think, is my aim. And really they're walk-up drill targets now, based on what we've seen already.
This is shaping up to be a very, very exciting exploration project to have these types of rocks and this type of signature this early on in the first 2 holes on an untested property is exceptional. I would love for you to provide a brief overview on the rest of the portfolio for those that may be new to the T2 Metals story and are really liking this exploration story that's emerging. But there's a lot more to T2 than just this project, though obviously the focus right now in the immediate is on the results from these first 2 holes.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, I guess we're not a one project company, and we're building out a story, and our basis, and yeah, you know, the team I work with, Gerardo, is we're very strong on project generation and always looking for those next projects, and so we're always filling that pipeline, which we're very active on the moment. In the portfolio at the moment, we've got a project in Arizona called Cora, which has got lots of great evidence of being a porphyry system. I guess it's halfway between Phoenix and Tucson, right in the heart of the sort of the porphyry copper belt of Arizona. Great place to be with lots going on all around us. And then our third project is in Manitoba, which is a resource stage copper project. This one VHMS style, volcanic hosted massive sulfide, in the Flin Flon camp, which is a great mining district. And Manitoba is a super place to get work done quickly. And we in fact raised a bit of flow through money in Canada to cover that project. And we'll be seeing some news flow from that sort of coming through the next months into the next 12 months as well. So yeah, really good balance, I think, between jurisdiction risk and geology risk and commodity risk. I think we're in a great position for the coming year.
A lot to like for a company with a market cap of just over 12 million Canadian. Looking forward to the assays. Looking forward to having you back on, Mark. Thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, Gerardo. Thanks for the support. Chat soon.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.